YouTube, this is Uncle Momo and it's Ren time. This is Money Games Part 3 that I will be reacting to. It's gathered about 194,000 views in the past 12 hours. Listen, this is an amazing record, trending at 24. I remember when Ren uploaded a track, it would even, like, those numbers won't come until, like, you know, the 2 months, 3 months into it being uploaded. And now 12 hours and it's like, bang. Listen, amazing. Absolutely. I remember, look, I want to say a big, massive thank you to all of the reactors who's reacting to Ren and being addicted to Ren. Thank you. Because I remember when it was only like one or two reactors. I was smiling when there was 4 reactors. I was smiling. And then, you know, the gates open and bang, everybody's doing it. And it's amazing and it's brilliant. And I'd just like to say a big, massive thank you, because this artist, Ren, certainly deserves it and much, much more. So I hope he is keeping you all on your toes. I hope there is, even when he hasn't uploaded songs, there's always something for you to look in, something to check out. And because he certainly has enough meat on the bone for you to eat. Certainly has. So look, let's go straight into my next reaction of today, shall we? So without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? Keep forget that you can play the piano and loads of other instruments. Mate, if that's you playing the piano right now like that, I don't even know who's underneath that scarf. Scarf. Mask. Stop guessing. Head spinning already. Okay, hats off, Samuel. The noose around your neck. Loosen the noose. Come on, man, this is more than a song. When are you going to start doing your own films, mate? Seriously, you've got to do it. At least a 30-minute film. Do a musical, I don't know. Haven't you got calls already to being in, you know, a cameo or something? I'm stopping it right now because I've got this tingly feeling all over my body, especially when it went ooh. It's like preparing you, getting ready. This is an amazing intro. Remember, he hasn't even sung anything yet. And already our eyes are like pling onto the screen. Like, it's a film. That's why I'm saying, like, Ren, have you got any calls yet to say, like, you know, a cameo appearance or something? Or just like, me personally, Ren, your next project should be making a 30-minute film or whatever theme or whatever, or do a musical or whatever. I think you will play a brilliant baddie. Right, in any film, I reckon you will play a brilliant baddie. And I don't know why I said that, but I feel that you can play it. Definitely. I mean, you can play an angel as well, but I feel that I will watch you in any film or a horror film, but I don't like horror films. But somewhere in that kind of genre. Not an action film. But it has to be one of those, what do you call it? Thrillers. There you go. I think you'd be brilliant in a thriller. Pardon the pun with Michael Jackson. But look, I'm going to go back just a little bit. You ain't said anything yet, and I guarantee you everybody will be like, ding, eyes glued onto it. It holds so much presence. Freaking get, someone playing the piano and you look into the mirror. That's what you've just done here. Someone playing the piano and looking into a mirror, and you just made it look so like. If you just rip that down, guy plays the piano, another guy comes up to him, and then they both stand up, and then one takes off the mask and looks into the mirror. It sounds plain, doesn't it? But what we just watched. Guarantee everybody's silent right about now, apart from me. Shut up, Uncle Momo. I will guarantee your concert's going to be ram-packed when you have
Let
one.
me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list.
Mate, even when you're telling a story, inside it is the simple complexity of it, and your chosen vocabulary inside your song. No one ain't doing it. No one's not doing it. That's why you stick out like a raw thumb in the industry. Yeah, you can follow the grid like everybody else and stay in that fashion, but you're Ren. And like, it's your own ingredient, it's your own taste, it's your own everything. And that's why I feel that you're so addictive to everybody else, including me. Because, like I said before, you always keep us on the toes, number 1. Unpredictable, number 2. Love that unpredictable predictiveness about yourself. Sticking out raw thumb is because not only you do stay in the realms of the genre styles of music where everybody knows and love, but there's so much fusions in everything. And not only that, you make some hats off to Samuel and you guys, because your music videos, man, it's more than music videos. That's why it has to be a film, man, somewhere. I'm going to keep on saying it. You've got to make your own film now, man. Seriously, even if it's a musical or whatever, make your own film. Do it at 30 minutes. Everybody be on it, man. I'm telling you. And I know the theme will be absolutely brilliant as well. You have to be. It's almost like Ren is too much to be put in a small box. It will just explode that small box. He needs that creative space. And the bigger that creative space is, the brilliance that the creativeness is going to be. He's just got so much energy, man. Creative energy. Yeah, creative energy. I don't think that there's not one space is being wasted in your current life. And that's my space. There's so much space in my life that is wasted. There is. And it needs to be filled up with constructiveness. But mate, I'm going to go back. just a little bit. To about here.
Lay the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches
really
business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30. His daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
And now it goes tumbling down now.
35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed up, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Come on, tell me if these storylines ain't wicked. And I guarantee there's going to be a cliffhanger at the end, which you didn't see coming, like a curveball. You know, like kind of the Jenny and Screech. The ending.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40.
So that's Jordan,
and he cursed the words,
Alexandra,
mine,
and Marion.
gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with
Violins.
a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him. And it's a version of she. And it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music.
Ooh. This part here reminds me of something. There's this guy on the street and he's asking normal people on the road, if I give you, what would you take? 1 million, what did he say? 10 million for the day. Was it something like 10 million? Would you like 10 million for the day, but you die at the end of it? And it's like, no, I won't. I value my life much more than that. And money, they say money is the root to all evil. You heard all the things about money, blah, blah, money this, money that, money that. But there has not been a constructive way of putting it down in the way that I've heard, Ren doing it. There's not been a constructive way in the way how he's rapping, because this is a rap. You may call this conscious rapping, on the borderline of conscious rapping. But it's more than that. It's new inventive. That's the way I look at it. This is more it's almost like a contemporary art form. Is there a contemporary art hip hop? Because if there isn't, then you've just seen the new invention of a new hip hop in a contemporary art form. You know, the only thing that's missing is a contemporary art dancer behind the violins or whatever. You know what I mean? But as it's going along, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Mate, I can't wait for the ending. because I know it's going to be like, oh. But I had to press pause just for a breather. Seriously, hats off to the pianist is Charlie. You know, yeah. So Jordan, Dan, Alexandra, and Marion, they're the violinists that behind. I'm going to go back just a little bit to about say here. Man, this is brilliant.
And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck for money and fame. Call the music.
How did you construct this all?
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Yeah. How many people are silent right now?
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains.
You got to top this now, Ren.
But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Do you understand what I'm saying? The conscious rapping element. But there's a contemporary art form around it.
"45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Told you. So that was Ren with Money Game Part 3. It's currently trending at 23. But I will guarantee you by the end of next week, that'll be in his top 5. Guarantee you. For me, in music-wise, no matter what's trending out there, this one will add the substance. There's a lot of songs out there, a lot of artists out there, and there's a lot of music. And there's songs to, make you want to dance, and there's songs to make you think. And there's not one song of Ren's that doesn't make you think. And it's a song. I just don't get me wrong, there's songs to make you dance and everything else, but the ones that make you think, it does wonders because it's warranted right now. What we're going on through, what we're about to go through, more importantly, what the media doesn't tell you unless you go to another country and you see from the other point and you see the media. I came back, I'm not bragging on anything, but about 4 or 5 weeks ago, or maybe 6 weeks ago, I went to Qatar, saw the news completely different. I was like, whoa, is this what's going on with the Western world? And then I went to, in the same breath, I went to Qatar, went to Casablanca, then I went to Azerbaijan, then I went to Ghana. And the news over there, it was like, whoa, there is something bruising in the horizon. I don't know where I say where I come up with these sayings. There's something brewing in the horizon. And this is, for me, so much, it's beyond current. This is a future telling. It really is. Amazing storyline. Number one, amazing storyline. The dad, the son, everything. It was very clear to hear, and there's going to be a number of subjects that everybody's going to be up for discussion in his what you just saw there. Amazingly, even though I'm going to go back and because I love the whole thing, amazingly, this is one of the things that you don't need to go back to understand. There's nothing that was missed out. You didn't miss anything. It was very, very clear and well written, well spoken, well designed. You know, like you get some songs that you have to go back because you thought you missed a couple of things. You will not miss anything on the first run. How dare you if you thought that you did miss something? You couldn't. It's cleverly constructed in the simplest format. And I've said this about Ren before. He creates these simplest formats to have this amazing, massive impact. I don't know how you're going to top this, apart from doing a film, a 30-minute film, do it musical or whatever, thriller or whatever have you. But that's where I see the next thing for yourself, because for you and Samuel. Yeah, or Samuel, mate, you must love Star Wars. I'm just getting this Star Wars vibe from you, even though this has nothing to do with Star Wars, but And the second part of this whole thing is, it's one thing to have an idea in your mind. It's another thing to take that idea out of your mind and make it a live substance. Like how? And then have Samuel see the idea as well and construct it as well. Mate, there must have been a hell of a lot of drawings, writing, discussions, blah, 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 just to get to there. Look, behind the scenes, there's a hell of a lot of work for it to all come about it and bring it into a less than a 10-minute production. I don't know how long it's taking you, but your 10-minute production, fantastic. I don't even... Wow, I'm still up there, And the journey's just, like I said, the journey's been absolutely amazing. It really has, man. I am honoured. I'm truly honoured to be a part of your journey from when I first found you to where you are right now. It's just been remarkable. It really has. And it's just nice for you to see that, like I said, you've got that creative space to do whatever you want now, man. I salute you. Boom.
Upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.